Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Torchwood. Last time on Torchwood, we wrapped up Series 2 with Exit Wounds, where we basically found out that Jack's brother Gray was actually a villain, buried him alive in Cardiff in 27 AD, and then we eventually did defeat him. Yeah, we did defeat him. Jack chloroformed him, froze him, and then Tosh and Owen died. Owen died again, technically, which sucks. And then John was like, alright, well, bye. And that was that. But the story continued a little bit. The crew of Torchwood showed back up on Doctor Who, and they helped in the whole Stolen Earth, Dalek, Davros thing. Yeah. And, we are going to be moving on to Series 3. You may notice, if you're watching this when this video goes out, that this is Sunday. Just wanted to let you guys know that because there's 5 episodes in this season, here in Series 3, and they're pretty much all supposed to be like, you watch one right after another. I know they all aired over 5 days. So, basically, come back tomorrow, we'll watch the next episode. Come back Wednesday, we'll watch the next episode, which means no Doctor Who this week. And then after that, come back next Sunday for episode 4, and then next Monday for episode 5. So that's how I'm going to watch these, basically. So, yeah, with that being said, this is where I say no spoilers in the comments whatsoever. Let's stick to this episode and previous episodes of Torchwood, Doctor Who Classic, and the Sarah Jane Adventures that I've reacted to. Yeah, and with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into Torchwood, Children of Earth. Wonder what that means. This is apparently also supposed to be amazing, so I will be the judge of that. Alright, here we go. Hey guys, I forgot to mention, because this is the first episode of Series 3, first episode of the season, you can check out the full length for this episode for free. So go down in the description or in the pinned comment, you can go check out the full length, and if you like the full length, you can head over to my Patreon, and for $10 a month, you can get all of my full lengths. So yeah, enjoy the show. That kid's not going. Oh, well, now he is. But not exactly willingly. Like, the others seem to be possessed almost. Oh, shit. Torchwood, Children of Earth. Day 1. Oh, man, we don't get the original opening.
Gives you any more trouble?
Okay, so something is happening to all the children of Earth.
I've booked the car for 7:30, but I might have to leave it on standby.
Is that
the text on the motorway?
fucking Capaldi? How does he keep showing up before he's the Doctor?
Like a baby. I seen you. No.
Okay, so they someone just hit the pause button on the kids for a bit.
You two have shenanigans in the dark. Jack.
Yeah, doesn't Jack live there? Because he never sleeps? Yeah, they need to figure out something.
Like a couple. He said you two. Well, he said it. You two.
Well, we are. Does it matter?
Don't know. It's a bit new to me. That's all. Laser saw.
You guys are a couple. You gotta get used to that.
Didn't kill him.
Some say they're positively beneficial. They release endorphins into the bloodstream.
Welcome to Torchwood, by the way.
And I've got Tupperware.
And we're very considerate. We don't leave any mess.
Play it cool or we'll retcon you later.
Rupesh Patanjali.
That's a name.
NHS. Yeah, too much red tape. Sorry, but good luck with it.
Yeah. Sorry. Darn it, we were so close to a new medic.
Sort myself, Jack. 2 kids on Market Street, though. But they just stopped.
But the accidents are just one part of the picture.
Okay.
Because every other child stopped at the same time.
So he's from UNIT and he's
just
informing the government.
Do you want me to talk to them? They're a pain in the backside, but it can be helpful.
We're onto them right now.
Okay, find out anything, let me know immediately.
Okay,
All the times
well that's
for
cool.
Martha
UNIT and
Jones to
Torchwood
go
are
on
working
holiday.
together.
I get Sergeant Grunt. I'm talking to a sergeant.
Don't you dare phone her. She's on her honeymoon.
We need a doctor.
Why don't you just let him follow you?
Ask about Torchwood and most people point towards the bay.
So what happened to Martha? Did she just not accept your offer?
You bastards. That's exactly
exactly what you did to me the first time we met. I saw that and promoted myself to recruitment officer.
I hate the word couple.
Me too.
Oh, okay. Couple of what? Is this thing on? Hello?
Yeah.
It's happening again. No, they'll... Oh! Oh, no. Oh, good. It stopped. And back to normal? Oh, no.
Stop! You keep saying the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
We are coming.
Uh-oh.
We are coming. We are coming.
Now it's spreading to the adults.
Coming.
So what's with that guy? It must be this... It has to be this hitchhiker thing, right?
They found me.
Who are you?
It's like it was timed, you know? So you get maximum kids out in the open. Visible to everyone?
Suppose.
Yeah, but that means it's timed around Britain. Specific British hours. Yeah?
Yeah.
It might be worldwide.
I just can't stand it, Dad. I look older than you do, and it's never gonna stop.
Oh.
I get older and older, and you stay the same.
I mean...
One day you're gonna be standing at my funeral. Looking just like you did when you were standing at Mum's. No
Damn.
wonder she was so furious. You make us feel old.
And he's 2,000 years older, probably, since he last talked.
Actually, I found a gray hair.
Oh, well, that is the end of the world.
I mean... 2,000 years. He's
Ever
getting
had
up
Tom?
there.
Oh, you bastard. Something happens to kids and you want to spend time with them on the same day. You are not experimenting on that boy, Dad, not ever.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I want you to stay away, because you're dangerous.
She's got your number, Jack.
No girl was getting her feet round that table. No chance. Have you gone bender?
So he hasn't said that he's bisexual?
It's not men. It's just him.
Oh.
It's only him. And I don't even know where it is, really, so...
That's interesting. He's not exactly bi.
Oh, no, honest. I won't say.
It's
You
not
wanna keep
men, it's
quiet?
just Jack.
Oh, aye, sounds like it.
Freen, someone took the Torchwood mobile?
Get inside now!
That's my car!
Close the window, I'm not telling you again. Get inside! I'll take your computer.
Nice shot.
That's my car.
Timothy White,
Tar-
52 years old.
Cardiff
been
does not
with
seem
us
like a great place
3
to
months.
live.
But he's apparently, though, he did have a Scottish accent back then. Gone now, but he was a long way lost.
Oh.
You remember the voice?
Was he the kid? The one hesitating kid in Scotland?
Telling the truth.
How can you tell?
I can smell it. You've...
Dozens of them.
Well, as weird as that is, at least he believes you now.
You're pregnant.
Sorry?
Yes. You
No, I don't think so.
Yes. I can smell it.
Huh.
3 weeks.
Is everything all right? Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, I guess.
I think we've had long enough. Time for your meds, isn't it, Tim? You don't mind? Yours?
I mean, she got what she needed. His name, and
Congratulations.
evidently she's pregnant. What exactly is a blank page? Blank page. Order to kill Colonel Michael Sanders. They're gonna kill Jack? Oh, they don't know what they're doing.
No sign of trauma to the skin apart from bruising, but that's...
Oh! I mean, it's gonna look like you killed him, but he'll be up in a few seconds. Okay, so we're not bringing him on as a doctor?
Any sign yet?
Not so far.
Oh, they know he can
Do you
come
think
back.
it's true? What they say about him?
Aw, crap, they're gonna keep him dead for a while.
He was dead.
It's like Grey all over again.
And we'll keep killing him till he's ready. Get him prepared.
Ready for what? Who are
How does he
you?
do it?
He knows they're there. He has very impressive powers of smell.
You're not disappearing.
Yeah, but I've got to. He's gonna...
Are you gonna kill him? Poor guy. So I bet he has a hitchhiker now. Dang, he's been played. And he doesn't even know it yet. So who are these people? They're not unit, are they?
How long?
3 weeks.
Apparently.
That's good, isn't it?
Mazel tov. Uh-oh.
From where I'm standing, it looks good to me.
Yeah. Now, Jack, you do that and you'll find the parasite. Jack.
Oh my god.
No.
There's a bomb inside your stomach.
They put a bomb inside of Jack. Bad Wolf. Ah. Man, are we gonna lose the base? I don't want to lose the base. Jack. Oh. Oh my gosh. They're coming back. Holy crap. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, Torchwood. Oh, Torchwood. Oh, Torchwood. Okay. That... Oh, God. That's interesting that they think they can blow up Jack. Like, I would assume that that doesn't work. He might be out for a little while, though, but I don't know. I get this feeling that the Bad Wolf powers can bring him back together, but we'll see. Alright. My eye. There's been something in my eye for like 20 minutes. Okay. Let's go over my notes. I wrote down a lot. Alright, the first thing I wrote down is the children, obviously. Okay, so we got a bit of who I assume are the villains. But I don't know if they're aliens or not, but they seem to be... I don't know, maybe they're not. Maybe because they said, like, you know, what changed the plan? And they said the children, so maybe they're a different thing. I don't know, but... Well, yeah, I guess they would be because they're part of, I guess, just the Welsh government that's doing this. Because the order to kill Jack Harkness was basically given by, Peter Capaldi. What his character's name was John. I don't remember what the rest of his name was, so yeah. So there's that. But okay, so the children are something else. So there seems to be some sort of alien thing that's like using children for some reason. And it did seem like... So, okay, right now they're just sort of communicating through the children and pretty much scaring everyone. But they didn't seem to, like... I don't know, they didn't seem to, like, do anything. At least not in this episode. Whereas, we saw at the beginning of the episode that, you know, initially they, like... Initially they abducted all these children, and Clement was the only one that got away. So yeah, it's like, why? Maybe they're like, that was the testing ground, and they're coming back to go through all of it, like get everyone now. But I don't know. But they seem to be taking their time right now. They're just communicating through the children, so that's interesting. Yeah, I wrote down Mr. Williams / hitchhiker. So I guess that was just like a ploy, basically. Like, that wasn't like anything, because see, at the end I thought that they implanted a hitchhiker into Jack, but it ended up being a bomb. So yeah, that's also interesting. It's like, okay, so the hitchhiker must have been nothing. Yeah, like, what else could that be other than just that was a way to get Jack and Yanto there and start to get Rupesh in their good graces. And that brings me to my next note is Rupesh. Interesting character. Kind of a shame that we didn't get to keep him on. Like, we don't get to have him become a member of Torchwood, especially because, you know, we have a vacancy on medics. But yeah, that was also that was interesting, kind of seeing the recruitment process of a new member of Torchwood, basically. But then just to have that all just kind of ripped away because he sort of betrayed them, and then he just died. It's like, oh, well, that sucks. I wrote down We Are Coming, which technically is We Are Coming Back. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's just these aliens that came here in 1965 and abducted all these kids in Scotland. And why they stopped there, I'm not sure, I guess. Like, maybe that'll be revealed? I have no idea, but yeah, I don't know. You would think that, like, if they were already, like, abducting kids in 1965 in Scotland, like, why did they stop exactly? Like, why is it that they're coming back? Like, what stopped them? Why did they leave before? That's kind of my question. I wrote down Old Child / Tim White because I was confused on that for a second. Like, why is this old guy doing that? But it is that he's the one that sort of got away, which I noticed in that flashback at the beginning of the episode, that it's like, okay, well, here's, you know, all these kids that are just immediately going towards this light, but this one kid just kind of stops, and then he looks back, and he looks forward, and then he starts walking. And it's like, okay, he sort of resisted it a bit. He's not going full force into that. So it's like, okay. And yeah, so he just seems to be the one that got away, which they didn't really explain. Like, they didn't really explain why was he the one that got away. I'm not really sure. Yeah. And also just the fact that, like, I don't know. We'll talk about that in a sec. I wrote down Deckard / 456. So I guess that's what we're calling the aliens on this is 456, because that's the frequency that they were, I guess, communicating with. That was like the explanation they gave, which is interesting. So Deckard, he seems to like also work for the government with Peter Capaldi's character John, and yeah, so they both work for the government. I assume the government of Wales, because they said, like, oh, well, the Prime Minister. And it's like, okay, so I assume that's the Prime Minister of Wales then, because, it's in Cardiff. So, yeah, that's interesting, but it's like, what exactly do they do? Like, what exactly what are their titles exactly? Like, they have to be important enough. Like, first off, they work with the Prime Minister. Okay, that's pretty big. But also the fact that Unit specifically went to John, to Peter Capaldi's character. They specifically went to him with this whole, children being frozen situation, which is interesting. And it's also interesting because, they did bring up Torchwood, so Unit does kind of want to work with Torchwood on this. So it's not the Unit's not the one that that's sort of setting this up now. It's like we have so many different things. It's like we have, I guess, the Welsh government that's going against Jack. We have whoever these aliens are, the 456. We have Unit, and then we have Torchwood. So somehow we have to fit all these things together. It's like, I don't know. That's interesting. And why is the Welsh government going after Torchwood? Like, what is the purpose of this? Why do you need to destroy Jack? It's like, do they work for the 456? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I wrote down Lois. She has to come back at some point. Maybe be a part of Torchwood. I don't know. I don't know if she has many skills that would work, but you can definitely tell she's gonna do something. We're just not sure what. So yeah. I wrote down British time. So this is all, it's like Reese said, it's like this was all specifically timed to when there would be the most kids in Britain, in, the British time zone, basically. And everyone around the world is synced to that, so whoever the 456 are, they are specifically, targeting Britain and making that work with the entire world. But is that the people? Is that these people that, John and the Welsh government, basically, that are trying to destroy Jack Harkness? Why? I don't know. I don't really know. But that's interesting. So, yeah, basically, the big point of this is, what is the connection between the Welsh government and the 456? That's what I'm trying to figure out. But they'll probably tell me in the next couple episodes. Yeah. I wrote down the blank page. That was... I don't exactly understand the blank page. Is that a thing? I don't get it, because it's John says to, the Prime Minister, it's well, we're going to have a blank page, and... the Prime Minister's I don't want my name on this, and it's you'll have to do it, and John's okay. And then he literally hands her a blank page, and she just kind of looks at it oh. It's is there secret writing on there that I can't see? Do I need a UV pen to look at it and stuff? I don't know. Actually. Funny enough. Okay. Funny enough, my sonic screwdriver does double as a UV light. Cool. Just set that over there for the moment. But yeah, it's do I need that to figure out what... Do we need that in order to see? But she didn't use one? It's what... It's just a blank page, but from... just from being handed a blank page, she got the message, yes, we must kill Jack Harkness, and a couple other people too. It's what? But what? What? Why is it? How? What? How is that a thing? What? Why did you... What? I don't get it. Why? A blank page? Anyway, moving on. The next thing I wrote down was Jack's daughter. That is interesting to see that Jack does actually have a family, which does make sense. In all this time, you would think that he would have had a family. And it is interesting to see, his daughter really doesn't want him in her life. Because... She said, you are dangerous. I know what you're doing, Suddenly, every child in the world stops because of some alien thing. And then you suddenly want to hang out with your grandson. It's oh, man, she definitely knows her father. And it is hard for her because it's I'm growing older. I look older than you, but you're still my father. It's weird to her, but that's... just how it works, because, and I assume that this family was created, Jack, started this family basically during the time leading up to Doctor Who Series 3, basically, or leading up to Torchwood. So, he was already all bad wolfed and stuff, so he can't die, he can't age either. So, yeah. So that's interesting and sad. Yeah, then there was Yanto's family, which was interesting. and him sort of doing the same thing of trying to get, one of his relatives to, trying to get a child in his family for the day so they can, do some tests and stuff like that, but that didn't work either. And the interesting kind of coming out to his family, basically, because, and it's interesting that he says, because, it's interesting, it's like, I just kind of assumed that Yanto was bisexual, because, we had the episode Cyberwoman, where it's like, okay, he has a girlfriend and stuff like that, and it's like, okay, so he's straight, and then he starts, doing some things with Jack, and it's like, okay, maybe he's not straight, and it's like, well, okay, I guess he's just bisexual. But it's interesting that he makes note, it's like, I'm not into men, it's just this one guy. It's like, that's an interesting way of looking at it. It's like, he has no attraction to any other man except for Jack Harkness, and that's interesting. And, I mean, fucking, it's Jack Harkness, so of course, duh, but yeah. So, that's interesting, and then, his family kind of giving him grief for it, so yeah. So that was funny. And then he lost the car. That I don't even know why they added that in there, but that's just funny. I wrote down the smell. That was a little weird at first when he did that, but then it's like, okay, so he can smell that she's telling the truth. Like, okay. And I guess he smells the aliens on her. Ugh. But yeah. And then he could actually smell that she was pregnant, which was interesting, which led into now she's pregnant. I'm pretty sure the screen just went black for a second. Don't worry, it does that from time to time. We'll just keep going. So yeah, it's like, okay, now she's pregnant. That adds another layer on top of this, which is interesting. And then, yeah, it's just interesting watching. That conversation was really interesting. Just her gaining his trust, and then him, with the whole smell thing, that was weird and stuff. And then the whole fact that, they went after him, like whoever this group is, the government, I guess, went after him, after Clement McDonald, and then he could smell them coming and he got away. It's like, okay, well, that's interesting. It's like, I do kind of like that. It's like, but why is his smell so heightened? Like, why was that a thing? And then the last two things I wrote down are kill Jack and the bomb. So it's interesting that they particularly want to kill Jack. I guess just because he's the head of Torchwood. Like, they had some general on that list, and I assume that's like someone at UNIT. So that's interesting that they actually want to kill Jack, and not only that, but they know he can come back to life. So they think, okay, well, what if we put a bomb into his stomach, basically, into his abdomen? It's like, what if we put a bomb inside of him and blow him up into little bits? Like, can he come back from that? And it's like, find out next time, I guess. So yeah, I have a feeling he's gonna come back from that, but it might be a little while. It might actually, like, it would be interesting if, like, next episode we just didn't have Jack until, like, the end of the episode. It's like, that's how long it takes him to reform. Because it definitely, like, there are varying degrees of how long it takes him to come back to life. A shot is one thing, he comes back, and then it's like, if he gets, hit by a Dalek, or if he gets, different things, like, there's a bunch of different, like, varying degrees of time on how long it takes him to come back, basically. So, yeah. That is basically it, and the fun thing is, I get to go watch episode 2 right now. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see where we're going next time on Torchwood. So, thank you all for watching, and tomorrow we will watch Children of Earth Day 2. I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Torchwood reactions, you can click on the playlist. You can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you tomorrow.